All right, everybody.
I
So if
just
you're
sorry.
just watching this, all this is Anthony and I recording, so it's going to be a little unprofessional. If you want to see the end result, then head on over to the podcast and you can hear all the good shit come together. So it's going to start off pretty slow while we're getting everything set up. Pay it no mind.
I just
Fuck
got a
off,
text
whatever.
message. I just got an email, text message, whatever, saying that we went live.
All right.
That's crazy. So that must go to all the subscribers, I'm guessing.
Yeah, all 11. It
Perfect. I like it. I want to get that. I like the idea that as soon as we go live, it notifies people on their phones.
I just got to figure out how to send that out real quick.
Okay. I really do have to go pee. That fucking sucks.
Out real quick. Oh, fuck.
What
No,
the
now I'm
fuck are you
distracted.
doing?
I'm looking at us. Look at us. Look at us.
It's like the fucking Matrix.
It's like a shitty podcast inception because I want to send it out to the Facebook group. So just come back in like 5 minutes if you're watching this piece of shit.
Just come back in 5 minutes. We'll be good. Maybe give it 10.
I feel so much pressure.
Don't feel pressure. Can you tell how many people are watching?
Yeah. None, but that's not why I feel pressure. It's because if somebody does start watching it, they're going to have to start from the beginning. And it's going to be like, well, this is stupid because nothing's going on.
But our whole show is stupid. Nothing ever goes on. Don't feel any pressure.
All right, fuck it. I don't know what to do. I fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck.
Okay.
I don't know if it went out or not. I don't know if it went out or not.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
All right, I'm minimizing you. I'm going to the Trello board, and we're gonna call it a show start.
Ready?
Yes, sir.
Did you want me to do the theme song?
Yeah, sure. Might as well. That way the YouTube people can hear it.
So why don't you, while I'm digging for it, all right, so let's start the show.
Okay.
While I'm digging for it, why don't you give all the new people on YouTube that are going to end up watching this a little backstory into how we got this theme song?
So we had a guy on our show named Peter Norica, and me and Doug both enjoyed his music, and ended up having a back and forth with him a little bit. And he was coming out with a new album shortly after that, and Doug asked him to write a theme song for us, just kind of as a joke, not thinking that anything would ever come of it. And here it is.
Go on.
No, I was just saying that, and it ended up that he was writing a new album, and he was keen on the idea, and he wrote a theme song for us. So,
all right. So if you guys, if anybody watched this last time, there was a point halfway during the show when I had to get up and take a piss, and I depended on Anthony to carry the show for 3 minutes. Didn't go so well. So, Anthony, this is directed right towards you. I'm going to need you at some point to just carry on a conversation. All right.
by myself?
Yes.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. It'll be exactly the same as it was last week.
All right. I appreciate that.
No problem, buddy. It's not what I signed on for. If I wanted to do a podcast by myself, I would have done that. Are you going to play our theme song or what? What the fuck are we doing here?
Trying to get onto the live show so I can see if there's any comments or anything as it happens, because I'm not going to be able to see it when we're doing it now. Pretty much everything is fucked up.
Yep.
I don't see anything saying that we're live, so I can't click on it to watch the. Fuck. I'm not going to be able to see if there's any comments.
Okay. I see you. I'm recording live. I see you. I went on my phone, clicked on the link. Here we are.
I'm not going to be able to see if there's any comments. All right. Ready?
Ready.
Break. All right.
Live chat.
All right, everybody. It's another episode of Who's Right. See, we got to say our name that time.
What the fuck? You ruined it. We never say our name.
But you want to start over?
Yes, I want to take that out.
All right, hold on. All right. So I got to go find our theme song again. Here we go.
We're going to do 2 intros.
All right, here we go. Welcome to the podcast with no name. This is
Doug's wrong.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the show. We are attempting to do it live. We have a few technical issues, as always. The show wouldn't be the same without it.
Perfect.
So if you're saying anything right now, if you're typing anything, I can't see it.
I can, though.
Oh, you can see comments?
Yes.
All right. So you're going to have to monitor that. I'll do the show.
Yeah. I opened it on my phone, and there's a delay, about a 30-second delay. But I can see it says live chat, and so we're good.
Perfect.
So if you chat, I'll see it.
All right. So what do you want to? We never even talked about what we want to talk about this week. We've spent the last fucking hour trying to figure out this shit with the stupid fucking mixer. And I want to take off on the show notes things we have prepared to talk about. I had mentioned that I wanted to thank Dave, the producer. Now I retract that.
What were you wanting to thank him for?
Helping me get the mixer set up. He was on the phone with me for like an hour talking about all things podcast. And
wait. The mixer that we're not using now, right? Because you couldn't get it set up.
Because I couldn't get it set up. That is correct.
All right.
I could set it up. You just couldn't hear it properly. So I think it was on you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. It's on me. My headphones weren't working right.
You weren't listening correctly.
Correct.
Shit. So I wanted the ability. This has been something that we've been struggling with since we started this show. I want the ability to play clips and talk over them at the same time. Anthony does not give a shit. I think Anthony's more worried that I'm going to turn it into some sound effects,
I think my worries are founded. That's what you want to do. Boing.
I don't want to play sound effects. I want to play clips or news stories or whatever.
Clips of sounds.
But so there's some clips that I want to play. So if you see it on YouTube, it's going to appear that I'm just holding my phone up to the microphone.
It'll appear that way because that's the way it is.
All right. Did you all right, so I'm going to ask like I ask every fucking week. Anything exciting happen that you want to talk about?
No.
Fuck.
I was sick this week, and that's about it. That's all I got. It's the only thing different than any other week. We are planning a trip to Nashville, Tennessee, so maybe I'll come back from that with some stories.
Or you could stop by here because it's kind of on the way. Yeah, it's only like 5 hours away.
Oh, all right. If it's on the way, I'll stop by. We're leaving at noon. We're leaving at noon on a Friday, so
Nashville will be on the way back home if you stop by here.
Hey, all right. I'm gonna stop by and see your house. So clean up.
I'm not going to let you in. I'll talk to you a little bit out in the yard or something.
On the phone. Oh shit.
Right. So this is our second week being part of the Poop Culture Extended Universe.
We haven't got kicked off yet.
We've done more for our show than we have. We are now on iHeartRadio.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
Well, I mean, we're on iHeartRadio now. I don't know what that means, but
I don't either.
But if you know, I've never found any reason to talk about where we're at, because if you're listening to it, you already know where we're at.
Yeah, we're on your fucking speakers, man.
But now I guess if somebody stumbles across this on YouTube, then they might want to listen to the finished product. Don't know why, but
yeah, if you're seeing this, you don't want to hear the finished product. This is a great representation.
But whatever. All right. So go to a place where you get podcasts, and then you'll find it.
Speaking of the poop culture, real quick, I don't know if I should bring this up now or wait, about how they stole my idea.
So I don't know that I wanted to bring it up that way.
You didn't, but I did.
So do you really think that they stole it, or do you think that there are?
I have no idea.
Or do you think that there are 102 million podcasts out there, and we are all struggling for content, and we all end up doing a little bit of the same shit?
Oh, I think they watched our show, only our show, and stole our whole entire bit.
Yeah, I beg to differ, but it was nice being part of that network.
No, I have no idea if they started it before we did, or if they do a misconnection. So
yeah, and what could be funny is if they went and pulled their proof that they did misconnections right before we were even on the fucking air,
like the week before we started. I'm not accusing them of stealing anything. It was funny. I'm not mad at all or whatever. We all do it a little different. We're all doing the same thing. So
it really came off as if it was a direct accusation that they had stole your idea. That's how it came off.
I'll say it again. They stole my shit.
All right. Well, thanks for having us on the network. All right. So I guess if we're going to talk about other podcasts for a little bit, let's jump into one of my favorites, Conspiring to Argue.
Yeah.
So they did an episode here this week on Charles Manson.
Sure.
And it's not so much that the conspiracy is that he didn't exist. So the conspiracy is the motives behind the murders. Okay. And it's a pretty good show. I like that show. I don't know. Did you listen to the Manson one?
I didn't listen to the episode. No.
All right. So I'm going to play a little clip from it. And I think it's probably going to start a conversation between the two of us.
All right.
So anytime I say I'm going to play a clip from, I need you to just start talking.
Start talking?
Yeah, because it's going to take me a little bit to fucking get to it. You know that.
All right.
We rehearsed this show 4 fucking times.
Do you think that's going to make any damn difference? Oh shit. All right. So what's the content here that we're talking about? Is it about Charles Manson?
It's not cool to say Blackie. I mean, it's also not cool to say Whitey, but you can say whatever you want to white people because they deserve it. But
all right. So did you hear that? So
yeah. Well, what the fuck? What?
All right. So maybe I should have led up to it a little bit, but so the context of it is during the way Manson would talk about white people and black people is he'd call them Whitey and Blackie.
Sure.
And when one of the hosts is talking about it, he mentions something that, what you can say whatever you want about white people because they deserve it. Here, I'll play it again.
It's not cool to say Blackie. I mean, it's also not cool to say Whitey, but you can say whatever you want to white people because they deserve it. But including me.
All right. So I think that's like pushing the bullshit that you should feel guilty for being white.
Yes. I think that I don't know how old these guys are, but I have to assume that they're in their 20s because that's this new generation, which I never thought I would be the guy that says the new generation of kids. It just makes me feel fucking old. But it seems like that's the new thing is you have to feel guilty about being white. And I just don't get it. It's like a throwback to like when it was bad to be black. Like,
No, it's not. It's a completely different mindset than that, because now all the oppression and all the bullshit that black people have been through, all the people that did that to them, they got off scot-free. They got to live, and they had slaves, and they fucking treated black people like shit, and then they died. We have decided we need to take on their guilt because they were assholes.
No. Don't say we, the younger generation, because I have no guilt for any of that. I didn't do anything wrong. I don't treat black people bad. I don't treat anybody.
When I say we, obviously I'm talking about the
Conspiring to argue, guys.
yes. I'm talking about fucking white people. The white people that feel that way. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, fuck them. I don't understand what does that accomplish? So if you're white and you say, well, you can say whatever you want about white people because they fucking deserve it. What does that accomplish? What does that do for you other than signal to all the black people that, hey, I'm cool. Can I join your club? Dude, they're not going to let you in.
So I think that that falls along with the white privilege conversations that we have all the fucking time and all that shit.
Yes. Yeah.
And I obviously can't speak for any or all of black people, but I don't think that black people give any thought to white privilege for the most part. I think they spend the majority of their day trying to get through the day, just like everybody else.
Trying to raise their kids, trying to teach their kids right from wrong, do their job, make money, just like white people do. Huh? Crazy how that works.
No, white people generally, it's the white people that we're talking about spend their day trying to get on shoulder or shoulder some guilt or feel bad about something.
Yeah. It doesn't make sense to me, the whole thing. And if that's how we're, normally I guess I wouldn't care. You're a bunch of idiots. I don't care, whatever. But my daughter is 11. My son is 9. So they're growing up in this stupid bullshit where other white people are telling them that they have to feel guilty about being white. It's fucking ridiculous. So stop it.
All right. I don't want to talk about it anymore. So I'm going to continue listening to that show. Only because I like them two guys, but fucking knock your shit off, Nick and JJ or whatever. One of them changed their name when they got married, so I don't know what name he's going by now. But
are you serious?
Yeah, he changed his first name because he never liked his first name or something. But anyway, just fucking stop it. Stop.
Yeah, stop it.
You have nothing to feel guilty about.
You were born white. It's okay. It's okay to be white, dude. It's all right.
You were just like Lady Gaga said. You were born that way.
Exactly. There's nothing negative about being white. Just don't be mean to black people and you're good to go, man.
What about Mexicans?
Don't be mean to black people and you're good to go, man. Don't be mean to anybody. Just don't judge people on the color of their fucking skin and you're good, man. Including white people. Fuck.
So what can you judge people on and be okay?
We talked about this last week, whether or not they're fat. That's it.
Right. All right. Good. I don't want to be able to lose that.
Nope. Actually, you can judge people on whatever you want. I don't care. Judge people because of the color of their skin, but then don't get mad at other people when they judge people by the color of their skin. If that's the asshole you want to be, don't get mad at white supremacists if you're going to be the same kind of asshole. Right?
So can I still hate fat people or not? I just need to know that.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. What about fat supremacists?
I think I'm a fat supremacist. That's great. The name just sounds cool. I'd join that club.
No, wait a minute. So fat supremacist would be like me saying that being a fat body is the superior race, right?
Yeah, the fatsies.
You're a fatsy. All right.
Oh,
you know what?
Man.
You go ahead and talk for a little bit. I got to round up a pen because I need to write that down. That's going to be my next Photoshop.
The fatsies.
No, I am making a T-shirt. You
All
fucking
right.
watch.
So this is a perfect time to cut in and say that you should go to our website, who'srightpodcast.com, subscribe to our show on iTunes. We're also on the Hush Your Face network still for some reason.
What do you mean for some reason?
For some reason. There's a reason, right?
Yeah, because we like them. Or they like us.
Also visit our Patreon. Give us money. Did you say that they like us? Nobody likes us.
Yeah, so I am happy with Poop Culture Extended Universe, man. Not that I'm unhappy with Hush Your Face, but PCU is like they're very active.
Sure. I'm gonna go on record and say that I don't give a shit either way about either one of them.
I know.
I know.
I can't find a pencil or a pen or something. So, all right. So let's get into what else? What did you do? Yeah, subscribe, Hush Your Face, Poop Culture theme song. did I play the theme song yet?
You played the theme song, right? Didn't you? Yeah, you did. You did. Yeah. God, we're unorganized. Can't even remember if we played the fucking theme song.
I want to talk real quick about this. I was having a conversation with somebody at work, and we were talking about Muslims.
Okay.
And he's of the mindset that if you're Muslim, you should probably be killed because you're out to
what the fuck?
you're out to destroy the United States and all of the citizens.
All right.
And so we had a pretty good conversation where I mentioned something like, there's whatever 4.6 billion Muslims in Illinois or wherever. They're everywhere, right?
All right. They're everywhere. All right.
And if Muslims wanted to kill us, we'd be dead. It would be that easy. There's nothing we could do to stop it.
Right.
There was enough of them. There's enough Muslims that they could assign 6 Muslims to one.
To me, just to me.
To each person could have 6 people after them.
Awesome.
But anyway, so we got to talking about it, and I had made a comment about, I can see why you might want to strap some dynamite to your chest if you get 72 virgins. And I'd want virgins. I think I'd want somebody with experience. I'd want 72 experienced people. That would be fun.
They don't even have to be women. Just 72 experienced people.
But he said, funny thing about that is most people don't understand that there was a fuck up in translation. Did you know about this?
I did not.
So what it really says, I'll read it here because I ended up pulling it up and making a mark of it, talking about it on the show, just because I thought it was so fucking funny.
Okay.
According to an Islam tradition, Muslim martyrs will go to paradise and marry 72 black-eyed virgins. But some Quran scholars point to a less sexy paradise. While beautifully written, Islamic texts are often obscure. The Arabic language was born as a written language with the Quran, and growing evidence suggests that many of the words were Syriac or Aramaic, whatever. Specifically, the Quran says martyrs going to heaven will get Hur, H-U-R. And the word was taken by early commentators to mean virgins. Hence those 72 concubines.
Ooh.
But in Aramaic, Hur actually meant whatever. Fuck off. Don't correct me in the middle of Hur actually meant white and was commonly used specifically mean white grapes. So and that's what he had described to me is what you actually get is 72 drinks.
72 drinks?
Yeah, 72
like wine, glasses of wine, basically.
72 grapes to make wine, because wine was considered at the time to be something that you hardly ever get to see.
Really?
But the translation was changed to virgin. So what you actually get is 72 grapes. Can you imagine how fucking pissed off you'd be if all that shit was true?
You blew yourself up, and here's your grapes.
And you get a fucking cupful of grapes.
God, that'd be awesome.
I would be so fucking pissed off.
I'd be cool with it. Oh God! See,
so I've got to put the same disclaimer out there that you put out there. Don't cut my head off for saying this. I'm just.
So I read an article speaking of Muslims and the Muslim religion. I read something somewhere where they have a God, I wish I would have saved it. I don't know what they called it, but there's a word in the Quran that says that they are allowed to lie about being Muslim and lie about what the Quran says to further their religion. So they're allowed to come. Basically, what this article was saying was that their religion specifically allows them to come to America and lie about what the Quran says in order to win over Americans. I don't know if that's true or not, but
Is that any different than Christianity?
no, none of it's different than any of it. It's all the same.
All right.
All the religions are the fucking same. All they want is to convert people to their way of thinking. That's it. And if you think about it, that's all we want too, right? Don't hate black people. Don't hate trans people. We're trying to convert you to our way of thinking. So this show is like our religion.
Right. So what's it called? The tithe? Is that right? When you pass around the cup?
Tithe.
Same thing.
Same thing.
Our tithe then would be our Patreon. So
Yes, I love it. Way to tithe it all together.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. Give us money.
All right. I don't know that I have anything special, any funny things or whatever to talk about. So
That's the show.
Did you want to do it? Did you want to do another things not to Google?
Sure. You said you had looked some of them up. You found one that was good.
Not good. I mean, no, it wasn't good at all. It was.
If it wasn't good, then we might as well just abandon that idea.
As always.
It's up. We got one into the list.
Yeah, the run the gauntlet thing was funny. I mean, it would have been better had we done it.
Oh yeah, for sure. Live on the air.
But because of the pussification of America.
Fucking liberals. Wait.
Thanks,
sorry.
Obama.
Thanks, Obama. Oh shit. All right. So
All right.
we can strike that off the list. All right, what do you want to go to? You want to go to one of these stories?
Sure. Yeah. Go ahead. Kick it off. Which one are you going to?
I wanted to talk about this gutter oil. Did you read that story?
No, I don't even know where you're at.
Where it says gutter oil?
All right. Third one down, fifth column over. Makes sense. That's where I would start.
Right. Right. So you didn't read this?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I asked you a question.
No, read it.
Well, it's a long. I'm trying to talk about it here. You didn't know anything about it?
No, I thought you were going to read it on the show. That's why we put them up there. Same as the last couple of weeks. So go ahead.
Oh my God. Here we go again. Okay. Well, this is horrifying. Street vendors in China have taken to using something called gutter oil. Quite literally, the oil gathered from the gutter runoff, dumpster sludge, garbage juice, and untreated sewage to cook food for human consumption. And then unwitting humans are consuming that food. As you might have guessed, not everyone's happy about that. So I included a video. There was a documentary about this a while back. This is old. This is from 2013. So it's old news, but still. There's a documentary that actually shows a lady pulling a manhole cover, dipping this big, huge, long spoon down there and pulling up sludge out of the fucking sewer and taking it to a refining plant where they refine it to the oil and then sell it to the restaurants to use for cooking, for frying all their food in.
And that's bad? Wouldn't the heat?
And that's bad? No, I'm saying we should bring that to America.
So what
you think that's perfectly acceptable?
No, obviously I think it's gross. I just don't. Yeah, that's gross. I did you want to debate it, like, or
okay? Next topic. All right, lawyer dog.
Do you think? Okay, so all right. So here's the angle then of why to bring this up. Every fucking street fair and everything always has the either Vietnamese or Chinese or Japanese or Taiwanese or something with a knees. They all got knees, and
Right.
they all cook food.
Right.
So do you think that they are using the same tactics here? wherever this was from. This was Chinese. Yeah,
This
China.
was China. I would hope no, but I can't say that for sure. People are fucking crazy, and anything they can do to save money.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if they are, and it tastes as good as it does.
Yes.
I disagree. I will eat dog shit if it tastes
human shit. You're eating human shit. Your own fucking shit. My shit. Specifically.
So, I think I draw the line if I know whose shit it is.
So if it's the whole city mixed together, you're okay with it?
With some seasoning salt and battered, deep fried, and it tastes like a fucking egg roll off one of them carts when you're drunk, I don't care.
Perfect. Oh my God.
You don't go out and drink much, right?
Nope.
All right. So if you've ever been drunk and then stopped at one of them Chinese carts where they cook chicken fried rice or crab ragoons or whatever,
in shit grease,
and you've had them when you've had them when you're drunk,
yeah.
If they were to say, "Hey, do you know that was fried in shit?" Okay, I don't care, whatever.
I don't care. Yeah, but that's when you're drunk. So this is just everyday people eating shit grease.
So if you're living in a country and they don't even bother hiding it, they just go lift up a manhole cover and grab a fucking scoop and then throw it into the fryer or whatever, and you're going to continue to go there and eat, that's on you. Fuck you for being stupid.
What if you live there and you can't? So everybody should just move?
No, just don't go to that street vendor anymore. There's other places to get your food, right?
They sell it to the restaurants. They sell it. You don't know who uses it and who doesn't. They sell the shit to the fucking restaurants.
All right. So don't go out to eat then.
And when you go to the store to buy your cooking oil to fry your fucking wontons in, but I don't think they list shit as an ingredient.
All right. I got nothing. I don't know. Yes. So I'm
glad to see you contributing to the show and at least reading this beforehand. That's good.
I could have read this 15 times and I wouldn't have had an angle of why would I want to talk about it on here other than it's gross. I mean, I could take a picture of me sticking my finger up my butt after I took a shit and before I wiped and say, yeah, this is gross. Let's talk about it. I don't know what you want from me.
All right. Lawyer dog.
What? Did you read this?
Yes, I did, because I read the shit that you put up.
I was hoping
you were going to
say no.
I read the shit instead of just trying to be an asshole about it. I don't know why you want to talk about this. Why do you want to talk about this?
John, if that's you that's watching us, why don't you get a hold of me? We can start recording tonight.
Please do.
Judge thinks suspect who asked for a lawyer dog was asking for a lawyer dog. In what must represent a new low for American jurisprudence. Is that right?
Yes.
Even in the fun-loving and sometimes unserious precincts of the great state of Louisiana, that's not how you spell that. Louisiana. A concurring opinion from the Supreme Court of the Pelican State held that a suspect being questioned by police had not successfully invoked his Sixth Amendment right to an attorney when he said, according to police records, if y'all, this is how I feel. If y'all think I did it, I know that I didn't do it. So why don't you just give me a lawyer dog? Because this is not what's up.
This is not what's up.
This statement was deemed inadequate by Justice Scott Crichton on the grounds that the defendant's ambiguous and equivocal reference to a lawyer dog does not constitute an invocation of counsel that warrants the termination of the interview. Maybe it's because I'm a graduate of the University of Georgia School of Law, but I don't find lawyer dog ambiguous at all. So the reason why I picked this is because opposite of what we were just talking about, with white privilege and all that shit, do you really think that this guy was, do you really think that this lawyer or this cop really thought that this black guy was asking for a lawyer dog versus the slang term of dog that you say to somebody?
No, I absolutely do not. And I think that this judge is just an asshole. Just You know what the guy's talking about, and you are being an asshole.
Right. So you're taking what is commonly, and then because you didn't say it 100% with no slang or whatever. Fuck, I don't know.
Yeah, that's how people talk. You talk how people talk, and the judge says, "Well, no, we don't accept how people talk." Fuck you, you don't accept how people talk. That's how people talk, dog.
It's like you had that plan.
I know.
That's how people talk, dog. Fuck you, dog.
That's how I talk, dog.
Yeah. So
fucking lawyer.
So how does that fit into our previous conversation about there not being a white privilege?
I guess I don't know. How do you know this guy's black? Is there a picture?
Because white people don't say dog.
Whatever, dog. Oh shit! I'm being serious. How do you know he's black?
I don't. But I do attribute that to being a perfect case of people abusing their authority.
Oh, for 100%. That's yes.
Yeah. All right. So you had wanted to talk about blow up doll?
I didn't want to talk about a blow up doll. I put this on here. Let's see. So this guy had.
I think we should start referencing where we pull the articles from.
Okay.
I know I didn't do that the last time. It just, if people want to search for it, they'll have a.
Yeah, well, this is from the Miami Herald. It says, man says girlfriend's mutilated body with missing organs is blow-up doll with human flesh.
I did read this one.
Good. Good for you. When police found Deanna Clendon's mutilated body on Friday, her boyfriend told them that there was a misunderstanding. The body, he said, was the.
You see, what had happened
was that of a life-size blow-up doll with human flesh. And of course, the cops didn't buy it. Imagine that. Instead, after searching the man's home and finding a scene resembling the Silence of the Lambs, they arrested Jerome Ernest Wright, 32, and charged him with abusing a dead human body, which I didn't know was against the law. The woman's stomach had been lacerated and many of her internal organs removed, police said. I didn't know that was against the law either. As of Monday, Jerome Wright had not been charged with the woman's murder. He not only denied killing her, he claimed the body wasn't even human. Still, police said a murder charge is on the table. Huh. Pending the Miami-Dade medical examiner's report, we'll know which way the investigation will go, said Miami-Dade investigator. According to police, they arrived at home at the home just past 7:30 Friday after being notified of a foul smell. Wright's mother, Della Rosalie Wright, had called the police. She told the police she lived alone with their son and led them to her bedroom, where she said the order was coming from. As the cops got closer, Jerome Wright walked out of his room naked and sweaty. He told them he had a stomachache.
Oh, I got a stomachache.
So I hope if there's ever a news article written about me, that line is in there. He came out of the house naked and sweaty, complaining of a stomachache. That's the whole reason I wanted to read this article right there. I didn't even care about the dead body fucking sex doll. He came out of the room naked and sweaty.
No. So keep going. This whole article is worth reading.
Yeah. Inside his room, police said they found body fluid on a trash can and on a mattress. Then inside a closet, they found a badly...
Hold on. Is that semen?
Bodily fluid, yes. That would include semen, unless he pissed all over the place, too.
I would assume that's what it was. Because if it would have said police found spit, or police found saliva, or police found urine, or police found... Okay.
Why can't they just say sperm? I don't understand. Or cum. Just say cum. A big fat load. The police found a big fat load on the mattress. Then inside a closet, they found a badly mutilated body.
The suspect is apparently capable of dropping loads. Shooting ropes. The suspect was caught shooting ropes.
A decomposed leg was sticking out, police said. Then police said they began questioning Della Wright, who told them she lived alone with her son and his girlfriend, Clendon, 52, often stayed with her son. She told police that when she asked her son what the smell was, he said he saw a rat in his room, had diarrhea, and that the dog defecated on the floor. There was a rat, I had diarrhea, and the dog shit on the floor. All three of those things happened at the same time.
Okay, so go on. This is good.
That's when police questioning Jerome Wright. They said he told them that whatever was in the room was not real. Then the defendant stated there was a life-size blow-up doll in the closet, and the doll was made of flesh.
Okay, so
it's not real. I swear.
Imagine. I don't know when the last time you had any interaction with the cops, but imagine that. Goddamn fucking turd.
David,
right,
the producer, says, "Good morning, boys. Nice to see you. Anthony's camera is crystal clear."
All right, so let's jump into that real quick, and then we'll go back to the story.
Oh, come on. We got to finish the story first.
No, because I don't want to forget this.
John said soap and water works wonders.
So, funny story. I called Anthony this week and said, "Hey,
this isn't funny at all.
Are you going to be able to get a new webcam because the one you have on your brand new computer is a piece of shit?" And he said, "Yeah, I planned on it, but now there's no need to." I said, "Why is that?" He said, "You won't believe what happened." So how long have you had that computer?
About 1.5 years, 2 years.
He said that, he tried cleaning it several times, and then he realized that there was some plastic film on it that they use to protect the electronics when they ship it.
We recorded the whole fucking show.
All right.
Fuck. So it looks good now.
Right, let's get back to
that's good. Oh fuck. All right. Right in the middle of the story.
So what I wanted to say was, I don't know when the last time you've had interactions with the cops, but I've had several. Not recently, but in my life I've had more than one, let's say. And I've been served warrants. They come to the house, knock, you open it up, and they're standing there. And I can't just imagine walking to the door naked and sweaty, holding my stomach and saying, "Whatever you find in my room isn't real."
Naked and sweaty. That's the best part. So
listen, I got a sex doll in there, but it's made out of human flesh.
I got it on the internet. It's not real.
Never mind the load on the garbage can. I'm saving that for later. And I got to take a shit. Listen, I got diarrhea really bad.
I saw a rat, dog shit on the floor.
And I got diarrhea. But just remember, when you go in there, it's not real. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see
here. Mom, why'd you call the cops?
If your mom called the cops on you because she feels a smell in your room, that's fucking horrible.
All right. Go on.
All right. I think I'm done reading this story. That's all there is to it, right?
No.
Oh wait, no. There is more. I'm sorry. When police took a closer look at Clendon's body, they said they found a large laceration across her midsection and that several of her internal organs were missing. They said they found them outside in a garbage can adjacent to her home. Those aren't real either. Jerome Wright was arrested last March and charged with aggravated battery against Clendon. He was on probation when police found her decomposed body. He was on probation for beating her up. Oh, Jesus Christ. John said sperm on the lens. Fuck you, John.
All right. Yeah. So if John ever has anything of value to add, then go ahead and feel free to read it. But other than that, I don't give a shit.
Like I said, fuck you, John. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for all your help, John. I don't want this to turn into the John show. So can you imagine like being so fucking horny? And
yes, I'm with you so far.
Okay. Could you fuck a sex doll?
Yes.
Seriously?
Yeah. Why not? I haven't, but I could. I mean, if I had one.
So okay. So I'm talking about not the real dolls. I'm talking about just the one you blow up and it goes like
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. What's the problem?
Well, fuck, I didn't really think that somebody could get aroused enough to fucking do that. But
Well, you never been aroused by thinking of something before. You don't have to look. You don't have to look at the sex doll and be aroused by it. You can be aroused by what's in your head. No.
no, that's fine. I was just gonna try to take the conversation somewhere, but
So no. I'm good. Yeah, I want to know. You wouldn't fuck a sex doll? I'm the pervert
I don't
here.
think I could.
You don't think
I
you
don't
could?
think I could.
Well,
No.
what, you fucking good? You fucking good to fuck a sex doll?
Yes, I guess. You're going to try to make me feel guilty for that?
Absolutely, I am. You're the weird one.
So it really sounds like you are just okay with sticking your dick in anything. It doesn't matter what it is.
Yeah. Yes. As long as it's clean. Yeah. What's the problem? Semi clean. We'll go semi clean. What difference does it make?
You are fucking weird, man.
What? How is that weird? What the fuck? What? How is that weird?
I will stick my dick in anything that's semi-clean. You don't think that sounds weird?
No, not at all. Why?
So what? Soap and water on a tree stump, and you'll be okay with that?
Oh, that'd be too rough. I wouldn't do that. It's gotta at least be soft.
So what if you bore a hole into it and you put a pocket pussy in it? Would you fuck a tree stump then?
Yeah, for sure. Why
But
not?
I want to see that. I can't help it. I want to see that.
You want to see me fuck a tree stump?
I'm all in on this. I will go in on the pay-per-view on this.
If you know what, if we can put it on pay-per-view and make money, I'll do it.
All right. So here's the real test then. Do you have a fleshlight?
No.
Would you fuck one?
Oh, for sure, 100%.
Would you fuck one if I held it?
No. That's where I wouldn't
All right.
be able to. I wouldn't be able to do that, and I couldn't do it.
I'm gonna find this threshold so that we're gonna keep going with this.
Okay.
Would you fuck one if a horse's ass held it?
No.
What if it what if it was in an 82-year-old woman's pussy? Would you fuck it then?
If she was hot.
82. There is no such thing.
Are you kidding me? Come on. Betty White looks all right. How old is Betty White? She looks okay.
Okay. So if the pocket pussy was inserted in Betty White's puss, you would then fuck it. You're okay with that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and I'm the weird one.
What? That'd have to be a huge fucking pussy. Why can't I just fuck Betty White? What's wrong with that?
Because that's not the conversation that we're having.
Does it make it any different?
Yes, because I really thought the answer would be no, I wouldn't fuck Betty White. So that's why I thought if you had
Would you fuck Betty White?
No.
Why?
What the? Because I'm not attracted to her. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Neither am I. I'm just saying, if you just, if the situation came up, if the situation arose, if there was ever a chance where I could fuck Betty White, you asked. I'm not like saying, hey, I'm going to go after Betty White, but you said an 82-year-old woman. I don't know how old Betty White is, but if you,
it's weird. Fuck me. This is. Are you just saying this shit to try to be funny?
Kinda. I wouldn't fuck Betty White. That's kind of nasty.
What do you got against Betty White? She's an American fucking legend.
Oh, what an asshole. So I wouldn't, there's nothing wrong with a fleshlight, right? But I wouldn't be able to fuck a fleshlight that you were holding because you're there. I'm looking at you. My dick ain't going to get hard.
You fucking bigot.
No, not because you're a guy, just you.
All right. So we are gonna reach out and find out. Dave, the producer. We need to borrow you for a minute. Need you to. All you have to do is go like this. Just hold your hand up, and Anthony's gonna pump the shit out of that.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's set up some kind of a GoFundMe or something. If you want to watch me fuck a tree stump.
That's our $100 tier.
No, I'm going to need more than that.
You get to give Anthony a hand job.
Oh, well, $50. I'm in. That's all. Oh, David, the producer, said I'm in. Perfect.
All right.
I don't see the downside. This is coming up all me.
All right. I'll suck on your boobies.
I'll suck on your boobies. Did you read this story?
It's yours, right?
Yeah. I said, did you read this story?
Nope.
You're a fucking asshole.
All right, let's not get into it.
Fucking asshole. So this article is from the New York Post. It says exec is accused of violating every HR policy ever. A male executive at a national headhunting firm preyed on his female underling, groping her breasts, saying he wanted to suck on her boobies, and humping her office door, according to a new complaint. Veronica Nicola, 35, was a managing director at Partners Manhattan office from 2014 through 2017. When she was forced out of her after reporting harassment, she says in her New York City Commission on Human Rights complaint filed Wednesday. The married Manhattanite claims her boss, Scott Legg, 37, grew violent when she rebuffed his advances, calling her a bitch and throwing furniture. He often appeared drunk and high on cocaine at work, and she once snapped a photo of him passed out on the floor. And there's a picture of him with this article of him passed out on the fucking floor. What the fuck? Sorry, this ad was playing. You probably couldn't hear it. This fucking ad was playing. At the time he passed out in the office, the complaint says, at times he passed out in the office, the complaint says, above a photograph that purportedly shows legs sprawled out on the carpet. She also took photos of a sign that Legg posted outside his office door that said, "Suck my balls." And a photo of an ejaculating penis that he'd allegedly drawn. This dude's like fucking 12 years old. Suck my balls. In July 2015, Legg aggressively grabbed at Miss McIlrath's breasts in the office kitchen and tried to open her sweater, sending her running into her cubicle. Just the thought of that, like your boss is trying to grab you and you run away. That's fucking weird. Later that month, Legg became enraged when Miss McGrath refused to go to lunch with him and called her a bitch. I'm trying to. There was a funny part in here, I thought, but I'm missing it. This is a long article, and I don't. Anyways, this guy's an asshole.
Well, it's a good thing that if you're watching this on YouTube, you won't hear this on the show, I'm sure.
Well, no, of course not. Oh my god.
I'm gonna do this one here. This is from the LA Times. It says American television producer jailed for trying to overthrow Zimbabwe's President Mugabe with a tweet. All right.
Isn't Mugabe the guy from Zoolander?
Coming to America, I think.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Zimbabwean police on Friday jailed and charged U.S. human rights activist and television producer Martha O'Donovan for attempting to overthrow the government of President Robert Mugabe. Isn't that it, Mugabe?
I thought that was the guy from Zoolander. Fucking Will Ferrell, right?
By allegedly sending out a tweet deemed to be offensive, according to lawyers. Police raided her apartment in the Zimbabwean capital, Harare, around 5 a.m. and took her to the Harare Central Police Station. She was charged in the late afternoon. Police claimed O'Donovan had tweeted, "We are being led by a selfish man and a sick man." That's what she tweeted. That was it.
That's all she tweeted. She's in jail.
And charged her under the country's repressive laws. The charge was much more serious than the charge initially anticipated by her lawyers, a charge of insulting the dignity of the president. What is that noise?
I thought it was on your end.
Fuck, you got fucking birds in there? You got somebody held captive under there?
I thought it was on your end. It's not me.
All right. So Mugabe, I can't get that out of my head. Mugabe, 92, is in frail health, frequently seen sleeping in international meetings and often traveling overseas for medical treatment. Despite his frailty, the president intends to seek re-election in the 2018 elections.
92.
So what I wanted to say is with all the bullshit going on with Trump and with everything else, we have the freedom to say whatever we want, short of
Don't say it.
talking about right. Short of yelling fire in a theater. But we can say fuck President Trump. He's doing a shitty job and he's taking us down the rabbit hole of a certain nuclear death.
Yes.
And nothing's going to happen to us.
Yes.
Hopefully. But then in this country here, if you just say we're being led by a repressive government, they fucking lock you up. I don't think that we are. I think we take for granted how good our country is. You as well. I pulled this specifically for you because you always say fuck America and fuck the troops. So
what the fuck? Never in my life have I said fuck America or fuck the troops. Ever.
Well, this story wouldn't have as much zing. Take one for the team, man. The story wouldn't have as much team.
Take one for the team. This whole episode has been about tearing me down. Fuck a flashlight in your fucking face.
Okay, are you down?
I'm down.
It's not gay for me. I'm just holding the fucking flashlight in my mouth. I've done that before trying to work on something in the dark.
Just pretend like you're working on something in the dark.
This spare tire is just fucking the shit out of my face.
How does every episode goes back to being gay? Somehow gay. It's me and you looking at each other on a webcam, talking to each other, talking about gay shit all the fucking time.
Well, go on.
Go on. So Doug says fuck the troops and fuck America.
No, that ain't true at all. All right. So this I wrote as I titled it the Virginia Chainsaw Massacre. Did you read it?
I did not.
See, fuck you, you piece of shit. Why do I even put anything on here?
Would you put it on here 4 minutes before we recorded?
No, I put it on here a week ago. It was one of the first stories.
Fucking shit.
So, all right. So
yesterday
this part
at 10:15 p.m.
This part won't make the show, but this is exactly my point. I never expected you to read these articles. It's just shit that I wanted to read. And then as I'm reading it, because it's fine if it's the first time you're hearing it, I have an angle that I want to go to. That's what I didn't know that everything you put up, I had to read, because had I read it, I would have said, why the fuck do you want to talk about this? It ain't worth talking about. Or what's your angle? So I know where to jump in or whatever. You can sit there and roll your eyes like you're a fucking 16-year-old little girl.
There's nothing little about me. So every single week before this week, single week,
here's the weekly meltdown.
We read the fucking articles. We read the articles that the other person puts up. And when I didn't read an article, you'd be all pissed off every week before this.
I'm not talking about what I'm expected to do. I'm talking about what you're expected to do.
Exactly. As long as we know there's a double fucking standard here.
I'm much too busy to read your articles.
I know. You're too fucking important.
You have nothing going on. You can read it.
You're much too important. I always forget.
Right.
Fucking
okay.
Idiot.
So I labeled this one Virginia Chainsaw Massacre. A Virginia man attacked his elderly wife with a hatchet and then committed suicide with a chainsaw Wednesday, police said. All right. That's funny.
Right. Man. That's it? That's the whole thing?
The chaos unfolded when the man, 70, assaulted his wife, 76,
70 years old,
in the foyer of their Springfield home shortly before 3:30 p.m. during a squabble, cops said. An adult family member arrived at the home during the attack and was unable to open the front door, so she pushed the door in, according to authorities. The relative managed to rescue the woman and left the home, but the man followed the pair outside where a struggle ensued over the hatchet. After 911 was called, the man eventually returned home and shut the door. Responding officers found the man lying in a pool of blood in the garage with serious injuries from a chainsaw. He was rushed to the area hospital where he later died. So do you think that this is like I assume they've been married for like 50 years. And he's like, you know what? I'm just going to eat this fucking chainsaw before I have to put up with any more of this fucking cunt shit.
Yes, that's exactly what I think. But he should have turned the chainsaw on her and the hatchet on himself. Don't you think?
No, fuck. Have you ever given any thought to suicide?
Yeah.
Even as a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah. I went through that period in my life. I don't know if I don't know if this is going to be funny, but.
Oh, hilarious.
I had thought about it there for a while.
I think if you don't think about it, you're not thinking clearly. This world is fucked.
but the last thing that I thought would be like, I'm going to end my life and do it with a hatchet.
The old butter knife. I'm going to stab myself in the leg with a butter knife until I die.
But whatever this guy, he was 70, right?
Yeah.
So either he had dementia or he was just a tough motherfucker, man. Because you try to kill yourself with a chainsaw, that's fucking hardcore.
That's fucking hard. Yeah.
I think as the kids say, that is metal. That is fucking tough.
The kids shit. Like 30 years ago said that. Now they just say, that's cool, dog.
Nope.
Nope. John said that I'm not going to lie, your gayness is uncomfortable. I think he's talking to you.
Well, then we got to switch positions. I don't care. Fuck me.
If I ever kill myself, I don't know. It wouldn't be with a chainsaw. I'll tell you that. It'd be like the exhaust out of the car, or I can just go to sleep.
Yeah, I would do it the easiest way possible. The last thing I want to do is fucking butcher myself with a chainsaw.
and then live through it. That's the worst part. You might live through it.
Fucking waterboard myself.
I thought we were going to get you waterboarded. I thought that was part of the show.
Yeah, we were gonna, and then I moved. I ran away.
Right.
This article I think this article, as I read it, you're going to realize that it's highly skewed towards the right, I guess. But I know you had to have heard something about it. So it's about the NFL players kneeling, going back to that. And Papa John's coming out and saying that the NFL allowing the players to kneel has like cut down their profits because they're the official pizza of the NFL or something. You hear anything about that? All right.
Other than the article you sent, yeah.
All right. So
I just read the article.
The NFL is out of control, and clearly Roger Goodell is in way over his head. A rational leader would have fined and suspended players who refuse to take 2 minutes out of their day to at least pretend to show respect for our country before making millions to play a game.
That whole article starts the whole thing off on the wrong fucking foot with me. I just want to say fuck you after reading that, you know?
I said it's obviously skewed. I mean, this is probably whatever. Roger didn't do that. Instead, he buckled and did nothing because he didn't want liberals to be mad at him. That decision cost a lot of people a lot of money. When fans started tuning out, it wasn't just the owners who took a hit. Companies involved with the NFL are suffering. The other day, Papa John's took a huge hit, and the founder of the company was not shy about pointing a finger at the NFL. The net worth of John Schneider, founder and CEO of pizza chain Papa John's, fell $70 million in less than 24 hours after the company released its third quarter financial report on Tuesday afternoon. The business beat estimates on earnings and revenue, but it lowered guidance on some store sales for the coming period. Investors were not pleased with that news and sent shares down 11% to blah, 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 whatever. All this really means is Papa John's pizza sucks. I don't know why anybody, I mean, I could give a fuck what they say. I don't care. If Papa John's wants to blame their shitty revenue on the NFL allowing football players to kneel from the national anthem, which was only brought up into the NFL like 20 years ago by the government who paid the NFL because they wanted to give the idea that being patriotic and sports go hand in hand. Yeah, I'm all for it. Fuck them. I don't give a fuck.
Fuck them. So I think this sort of sums it up right here. They're talking about at least pretend to show respect for our country, blah blah blah, and then it goes on to say that decision costs a lot of people a lot of money. That's the key issue right there. They don't give a fuck about patriotism. They don't give a fuck about our country. That decision costs a lot of people a lot of money. The whole thing is about money. So just shut the fuck up. Just
Yeah, but so you're sitting there and you're saying, fuck. So the whole thing of the national anthem and being involved in sports, right? So these guys, it's their job. That is a true statement. They get paid to go play football.
sure.
I have a job. I'm not forced to stand up and do the national anthem before I go to work every day.
You should be though.
But so why is it okay to expect these guys to have to stand up before they go to work every day? The national anthem isn't for the athletes, it's for the spectators. That's why the government paid the NFL to do it.
Sure.
Was to give the impression of patriotism sweeping the nation. And that's what it was for.
Yeah, I know.
All right. So who gives a fuck what the football players do? I don't care. If they go out and perform like they're supposed to perform, which I assume means catch the ball and kick the ball and throw the ball and run the ball, and they're doing that, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. So you had that one guy, Kelly Kapowski. He decided he wasn't going to do it.
Uh-huh.
And he was an asshole. And now it's a year later or 2 years later. I don't even know how long ago that fucking happened. And now Little League games and shit, you got people kneeling and shit that's great. That's, I think, what he wanted. Bring bring the views to the rest of the world or whatever, that he didn't like the way black people were being treated in America. With the sense of what?
I understand what you're saying, and I guess I understand what he was doing, but where's the connection?
To what?
Kneeling during the national anthem and senseless violence against black people. Where's the connection?
So to me, the connection is the national anthem is an anthem nationally. Am I right so far?
I can't argue with that.
All right. So you stand for a sign of respect, right? So have you ever had a foreign dignitary come into your house?
Yep. President Mugabe or whatever, Mugabe.
He's so hot right now.
No, I never have.
See, I forgot. Sometimes I forget that I'm talking to a common person, but so, no. So you get to, you stand for showing your respect for the country that you live in, right?
Okay. Yeah. I can understand that.
Isn't that why
I don't agree with it, but yeah, sure.
You don't agree with what?
I think it's retarded.
So you've been to a baseball game before, right?
No.
Not even a kid's game? Have you ever been anywhere where they play the national anthem?
Do they play it at the hockey game? That's the only time I've ever been to a hockey game once, I think. I think sports are dumb, dude. I'm not going to pay money to go watch other people play a game. That's stupid. It's not my thing.
Harlem Globetrotters. You ever seen that?
Man, I would love to. No, I never have.
What the fuck you've never been anywhere where they play the national anthem?
Not that I remember now.
I can't even, you know what? I'm not even going to talk about it anymore. Anyway.
God, you're a tool.
That's fine. I'm a tool. You're the one living in a fucking basement.
That's fine. I'm living in a basement. How does that stop your conversation? Go talk. You don't get what you want, so you just stop talking like a little fucking 5-year-old.
It's because there's no talking to you. Okay, so I'll ask now, right? So when you decide to take your kids somewhere and they play the national anthem, and everybody else stands up, what will you sit or stand?
Well, I'd probably stand, I guess. I don't know. It's stupid.
Why?
But I don't know, because everybody else is doing it. I'm a pussy. Which I think is why 90% of the people do it.
Fine, but that's all I was getting at. And so it's been instilled in our head, just like when you were a kid and you did the Pledge of Allegiance. You didn't do that sitting down.
No.
You stood up to show respect.
Right.
Right? Okay.
I stood up because I was supposed to. I didn't stand up, say,
Forget
I'm
it,
8
man,
years
you-
old
you-
thinking I better show respect.
You're making this conversation harder than it needs to be.
Uh,
The reason why people stand up is to show respect.
Okay.
As a kid, we were all forced to stand up
Yes.
to show respect,
Right.
right? Okay.
Right.
So I didn't even know that I was showing respect. All I knew is that I wasn't sitting down because I was told I had to stand up.
Okay.
But as you get older, it goes into it to where you now know why you are standing up.
Right.
Okay. Fuck. But I don't even remember the question. Fuck it. I don't care. I'm going on to the next thing. That's fine.
I keep going back to the question of why the fuck are we doing a podcast? This isn't fun.
All right. Well, we can be done then. You want me to stop it?
I don't care. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
All right. Bye, everybody.